Miss Transformers 960 now for a review, this time of the Avengers Battle Hammer Thor comic series. So there you go, so very cool. So, cool picture of the toy right there, the big Avengers logo. There's a little try me slot for now, now with the Avengers toys. The others in the wave, and the Thor, so very cool. So, just so you guys know, I did order some more Avengers toys. So far, I haven't bought a single one in stores. I don't know, I'm not going to many stores, I'm just doing a lot of online purchases. But I did buy the movie Iron Man, the movie Captain America, and the Hulk. So, those are all coming, and expect reviews of those as soon as they get here. So anyway, so here is the Battle Hammer Thor. So this is comic Thor, as you can see. And it's really cool, because this was the type of thing that I was hoping to get with the Thor toy line. I wanted a really cool comic Thor, but they never came out with it. They came with up with a whole bunch of retooled, repainted movie Thors, and no comic Thors or anything. So I was disappointed in that with the movie toys for the Thor movie, but now we're getting it for Avengers. So it's cool, because it's a really unique comic Thor. This is the other comic Thor that I have. This one is pretty unique too. It's got some black gloves and everything, but as you can see, this one's just like way different. He's just very strong, and he doesn't have a cape or anything, and no helmet. He's kind of like, he's definitely Thor. If you look at him, you can tell that he's Thor, but he's not quite the Thor that you see all the time. He's a different version of Thor, which I do really like. And I'm talking about the figure, but I forgot to go over the accessory. So anyway, I'll get back to that in a second. We do get this accessory. It's kind of sculpted nice, but the red is just very cheap looking, and because they use the red in the joints for some reason, I have no idea why, it just really doesn't look too good. And the whole gimmick is when you do this, it becomes like a spear. So yeah, so you've got an axe and then a spear. Oh, that's a lot of fun. So yeah, so nothing special with that, just like all the other stupid accessories that come with these new toys. Nothing special. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So it's really cool how they did that, made a really neat Thor. This is a very nice version of Thor, and really glad they picked it. So now my gripes with the figure. It has got some really cool, neat ideas for paint, but just it's bad quality. As you can see, right next to his armor plating, there's just a little smidge. But that wasn't the only thing that was there. I actually took a black paint Sharpie and painted it on. There was a huge, really big splotch of this almost white, kind of bluish paint all over his chest right there. So that was a big disappointment. Really didn't like that. Just the quality control for these new figures is kind of lacking. There are some figures with some paint problems, but this was the worst. I had never seen anything like that. It was just horrific. Maybe I just got a dud with paint, or maybe it's just they're kind of failing with their paint, so not liking that. But the whole idea of the paint is actually really cool, because in his outfit here, it looks black, but it's black with some metallic blue, kind of just kind of coated on there. It looks really nice. It's done very well, and it really just brings out the chest. It looks very nice. Love that. You've got these spots down to there. That looks good, and they're very nice. There is some little splotches of paint on the belt too. This whitish blue, I don't know what you want to call it, it really does splotch a lot, and they've got a lot of problems with that. So when you're picking one out on the shelf, very careful to check the chest. There's really no problems in the face. The face actually looks very good with mine and everything, really no problems, but the chest is just horrific, so make sure you check that. The face sculpt is very cool. He's very tough, he's very mean, he looks good. He looks like Thor, but he looks like a really tough Thor. His arms are very big, really just showing how strong he is, and then the little guards right there are very nice. The legs and everything, pretty ordinary. You got some boots, nothing special. And then he does come with this other accessory, this axe. It's a little bit all weird shaped, because it kind of goes straight, and then it kind of curves, and then it kind of curves again. But anyway, it's a little weird. I don't know why he comes with an axe. Shouldn't it be a hammer? Maybe this rendition of Thor does use an axe. I don't know. But it just seems strange that he's carrying an axe and not a hammer. And it's very huge. I don't know if this is like how it was in the comics, or if they're just really overdoing it, like this weapon, the really big one. So I don't know. Sorry, I can't move that. So I don't know what that's all about, if this is the right size or the right weapon. But anyway, it looks okay. It's decent. So overall, he's pretty good. The articulations of ball hinge shoulders, hinge swivel elbows, swivel head, ball hinge thighs with a thigh swivel, hinge swivel knee, and that is it. So lacking articulation, the ankles, wrists, and any sort of waist or upper torso swivel. So, as you can see, lacking articulation, just like all of these new fantastic Avengers are. So yeah, it's a shame. Because of the lack of quality control, it really brings it down. Because of the lack of articulation, it brings it down. For the rest of the Avengers, he's got the same articulation, but just for all these guys, all of these actual good toys, this guy is very much so lacking on articulation. You know, the old figures are great with articulation, except for these new sculpts. So overall, it's a really nice character. Really love the character. It's a great idea for them to do. It's executed very nicely. I like the sculpt. The paint is pretty good. It's a little plain in the other areas, but the chest is very nice. Very liking how they did it. But the quality control on the paint is bad, and the lack of articulation that all of these Avenger toys have is bad as well. So before I say goodbye, let me just show you this Thor with some other Thors. So yeah, this one's a little hard to stand, but it's the Marvel Universe 2012 Thor right here, the comic version of Thor in the middle, and the Avengers repainted Thor movie of Thor right there. So yeah. So overall, decent toy. I like it. I like the character. So if you're good with buying the character, just make sure you pick out a good one on the shelf, and you should be set. So just make sure you got some good paint on yours, and everything should be good from there, because it's overall a pretty nice figure. So there you go. So that's my review of the Avengers comic series Battle Hammer Thor. Thanks for watching.